Can you read it, Marian?
The Christianized lowland Gadang are now almost indistinguishable from the Ilocano and Ibanag peoples of the valley. But the Highlanders still maintain a unique culture, including what is perhaps the most opulent attire on the islands of Luzon, involving plentiful beads and precious stones.
So their culture will have an opulent attire involving plentiful beads and precious stones. In the top of the pictures, their attire consists of beds and the below is their attire. Next, the traditions. Can you read it, Myra?
Gadangs use skirts, trousers, and dress for everyday wear and reserve the traditional attire for ceremonies and other formal occasions.
Before they do a ceremony, they have a traditional attire. Next, the art. Tagadang are a tribal group to the northeast of Manila, in the province of Isabela and Cagayan. This is a modern reproduction of the traditional strip gadang textiles embroidered with small white beads. So the arts of the gadangs embroidered small white beads, like this. Next, the language. Can you read it, Marian?
Language. Up to 13,000 people, the Gadang people speak the Gadang language, also Cagayan in the Philippines, primarily near the Magat and Upper Cagayan rivers in the Region 2 province of Nueva Vizcaya and Isabela, and by broad migration to Asia, Australia, Canada, Europe, and the Middle East.
So I don't need to explain it because this is understandable. Next, the dance. The dance of gadangs is bumubuwak. The gadang imitate birds attracted to tobacco trees. Next, the ceremonies and rituals. Can you read it, Myra?
Ceremonies and rituals. In a Gadang household, the ritual stresses gender rules. Patandok is an anito ceremony for the that the monks do for 2 days in a row. The ritual begins on the first day with sharp knives striking chimes balls while chanting the Anito song to summon the spirits.
Next, the attire, clothes, and garments. Can you read it, Marian?
Attire, cloth, and garments. The Gadang people weave a narrow strip cloth, ceremonial cloth, and accessories such as bags, belts, and loincloths. Each particular pattern, a combination of red, white, and blue, indicates the linguistic origins of the wearer. Garment of Gadang is a cape or tape tappet. This the edge with a small pom-poms and has a necktie with a beaded tassels.
Next, the food. Can you read it, Myra?
The several food combinations in each meal, there was one that stood out as the most common. The report diets of the household heads were rated fair in terms of variety. Rice was eaten first in every meal. The variety of foods eaten by the household heads was not associated with age, educational attainment, occupation with household income and size. Several methods of cooking and preserving foods were employed by the households, including using of bamboo tubes in cooking and meat preservation.
Continue.
In terms of food belief, Gadangs are found to eat and avoid certain foods on special occasions such as birthdays, weddings, burials, Lenten season, and during pregnancy lactation. Food belief were very much a part of the culture of the Gaddangs. Some beliefs were shared in common by both the young and old Gaddangs and rural and urban Gaddangs. However, more older and rural Gaddangs had belief related to what foods to eat or avoid during special occasions and certain periods of the life cycle. These were more foods belief during pregnancy and lactation compared to birthdays, weddings, Lenten season, burials, and planting or harvesting season.
Did you get it, everyone?
Yes.
Next, the medicine. The medicine of Gaddang is their traditional uses of medical plants. Like the other indigenous people, the medicine of Gaddang uses medical. Next, the Aita. Aita. The Aitas, Agta, or Aita are the original black race that live in scattered, isolated mountainous, northern part of the Philippines on the island of Luzon before the Austronesian migration. Indigenous people scattered widely over 7,000 square kilometers of dense rainforest in eastern Luzon in the Philippines. They are thought to be among the earliest inhabitants of the Philippines. We all know that Aita is a black race that live in isolated mountains. Next, the physical characteristics. Can you read it, Marian?
Physical characteristics: shortness, stature, dark skin, kinky hair, broad nose.
Yung dark skin is yung maitim sila. Tapos yung kinky hair, kulot. Then yung broad nose is yung malaki ang ilong. Agta or Aita? Can you read it, Myra?
Agta or Aita. The Agtas grows fruits, crops, rice and vegetables in their farms. Rice takes time to harvest, so they substitute it with a boiled roots crop called dugma, which gives them a shorter harvest time. Hunting is another means of subsistence for the Agtas. They catch running game by sparing them with pointed sticks called galud, or by means of pit traps. Birds are caught by using sling hats locally known as labtik, and traps made from a glue-like sap called dikit.
The culture. Marian.
Language: Mag-Indi, Mag-Ansi, Abilin, Ambala, Mariliano.
Next, the clothing. Young women wear wrapped around in skirt. Elder women wear bike belt. Elder men wear loin clothes. And the old men of the Agta wear a bark cloth strip which passes between the leg and is attached to a string around the waist. Skills. Can you read it, Myra?
Skills: Women wave windows and mats. Men make armlets, plating. Aita women are known around the country as experts of the herbal medicines. Fishing and catching crabs are other means of livelihood for the Agtas.
Next, the art. Marian.
Art: The traditional form of visual art is body scarification. Other decorative disfigurements include the chipping of the teeth. The Aitas intentionally wound the skin on their back, arms, wrists, legs, hands, calves, abdomen, and they irritate the wounds with fire, lime, and other means to form scars. Flowers and leaves are used earplugs for certain occasions. Girdles, necklaces, and neckbands of braided rattan incorporated with white pig bristles are frequently worn.
Next, the music. The Aita have a musical heritage consisting of various types of agong ensembles composed of large hanging, suspended or held, bows, knobgongs which act as a drone without any accompanying melodic instrument. Religious practices. Marian.
Religious practices, monotheistics, believing in a one all-powerful character who rules over the lower entities. The Pinatubo Aita of Mat Pinatuba worship a god called Apo na Malyari. The Aita are animists, believing the non-human forms are spiritual entities.
Okay, thank you everyone.